Oh my god.
Huh?
There are so many books.
Good!
If you press Alt.
Yeah. A book full of furtive prayers for forgiveness to the crying God. It smells musty as if kept underground for a long time. Lord Ilmaida, I beseech you, look upon me and behold my sin. Let it stand before your infinite patience and walk in its presence. For while I'm weak, you stand mighty. Let me be absorbed before your weeping majesty, and that I may cleanly bear the burden of others in your name. My knees may stagger, my bones may break, my will may fracture, but my faith stands strong on your shoulders, Lord, if you will let it.
Oops.
So that was that. Are you stealing that stuff? Wow, he's just stealing everything. Have you checked the chests?
No. I'ma get to those.
Okay, I'm gonna read the notes.
Here you go. I'll put all of this in Shadowheart's inventory. Here you go.
Oh my god! That was a lot! Okay, what was the... This we just read, so we don't need that. Tales of the Hells. Diabolic tales collected by Greshnak the Inattentive, impish archivist. Entry 18, Smiler the Defiler. If your wanders through Avernus seem to become an awful lot more scenic, luscious woods, big bushes, and the like, you may have wandered into a wily trap set by a creature named Smiler. None of us hellfolk know exactly what he is, where he's from, or how he got here, but he's a nasty piece of work. Well, he's called the Defiler, ain't he? He's not just nasty, plenty folk are nasty here, but he's weird. Something's not right. The book continues in a similar unenlightening fashion. Oh, it's a conspiracy theory, isn't it? Meditations, Volume 1, Father Lorgan. Father Lorgan's memories focus on the troubled city of Baldur's Gate. This record, penned by Rector Yanis, consolidates various sermons of Father Lorgan, High Priest of the Open Hand Temple. Do not, brethren, mistake the wonders of gathered society for the decrees of those atop it. It is the duty of a faithful tormented. It is your duty to know when these decrees beget unjust suffering. It is not an easy duty. It is a duty that will scar your hands from carrying it as it well should. We must at all times recall a central fact. To suffer is not holy. To suffer is a consequence of holy duty made practice. Ilmaida does not enjoy his pain, my friends. He endures it because it is just. Our own pain is an acceptable price to pay, but it is not a good in itself. Some may ask of you, if you are loved by your God, why does he allow you to suffer? Why does he allow anyone to suffer? The question is strong rhetoric. But it has an answer. One cannot be healed without first being hurt. One cannot truly know joy without knowing its absence. But to live a life full of absence, full of suffering, would be to know only one thing. We enact balance in the name of the Lord on the rack, for it is right and it is just.
I found one book, like, in a hidden chest double bottom. It's the lowest book, Confession, Volume 1, Father Lorgan.
So there's volumes, okay. Case file number 846. Baldur's Gate versus Flynn Silver. Case for prosecution. Master Silver did with forethought and without malice kill William Lister and Simon Simi Trent at their home as part of an ungodly ritual to honor the dead three, or one of the dead three, the gods Bane, Baal, or Merkel. Case for the defense. I don't know nothing sick about any gods. All I know is Bill and Simi were trying to cut me out of our deal, and they got what they had coming. But those symbols and stuff, and how their guts was arranged, I don't know nothing. What does sick mean again? Sick. Verdict guilty. Sentence death. Commuted to banishment so as not to anger higher powers. The Hound and the Hand. The lawful god Tyr lost his right hand to Kazef the Chaos Hound, a devourer of souls and one of the primordial evils. A coalition of gods hell-bent on taking down Kazef chased the hound to the barrens of doom and despair and offered him a compact. If the hound could break chains made by the smith god Gond, the gods would dissolve their union and leave Kazef be. Kazef was skeptical, but he agreed, so long as Tyr put his hand in the hound's mouth. Tyr looked upon the slavering jaws, each tooth as long as a spear, and he agreed at once. Of course, Kazef had not accounted for the strength of the chain, which was rooted in hellish Cocytus and blessed by the goddess of magic, Mystra. Unable to break free, he bit Tyr's hand clean off, and Tyr sealed the bleeding stump and walked one-handed forevermore, as if it were a badge of honor, which indeed it was, and boldness and courage besides. Interesting. The Most Holy Sermons of Lashbera Katrine. The collected sermons of Lashbera Katrine, commissioned on her ascension from Open Hand Temple High Priest of the House of the Broken Gods, Revered Mistress. O piteous tormented, we live in wretched times, so eager is our populace to beg succor from the city's and so readily is such succor available that our broken God is seldom lamented to. The weeping of the feted masses should fall righteously onto the blood-burned ears of Ilmata, not into the hands of useless bureaucrats. A query often went on the tongue of Ilmater's loyal wretched is thus: who does he bid us aid? How must we aid them? The answer is simple. We must give these sordid souls the tools to aid themselves, a working knowledge of the Ilmateri creeds. Unless these unfortunates know to channel their suffering towards the crying God, how is he supposed to intercede for them? Think upon these words, my children. Think upon them! Do it. Do it now. Memoirs, Volume 1, Sister Clarwin. This book details the path in faith of one Shira Lorwyn. Moving from the light is how he always phrased it, which I thought was a bit much. A ray of morning light dims this day, he would insist. I just can't really see it the same way. I can comfort, I can listen, I can heal. Of course my talents are best suited in worship of Ilmata. I have no ill will towards the Morning Lord. Indeed, I think a shaft of his light will always shine in my heart. A what? I worry too. There's something that glimmers in Pa's eyes when he talks about the light, and it's not something I like. I alight to Baldur's Gate next Sunday, to the Open Hand Temple. Maybe they'll know what ails him. Findings from the Hinterlands, new edition. Is this the... oh no, okay, well, we can... Esteemed reader, while this journal is no stranger to surprising news from the outermost reaches of our fair land, I must warn that this season's edition contains news some might find, in a word, shocking. It might be that the cult of the Absolute reported by our agents in Eltergard will fade like any other, but reports of alliances between Goblin and Lawsorn Drow, Troll and Duergar are a particular cause for alarm. The seriousness of the enclosed report is quite unique in our history. Prior to publication, messengers were sent to localities including Baldur's Gate, Scornable, and Candlekeep. Let us hope these reports are received with the proper gravity for the safety of all. Sincerely, Mingus Etcherly, Editor-in-Chief. Bingus? Bingus? Soul Coins, a treatise. I think we've read this book.
Just in case anything happens, I'm just gonna press short rest.
Yeah, I think we've read this. Gnome Father. The introduction of Gnome Father reads like this: most splendiferous, gregarious, and overall duplicitous of gods, especially for the gnomes who embody those attributes quite cheerfully, is Garl Glittergold. A favorite phrase deployed at gnomish parties and suppers comes from Garl's reply to the mad prophet Osterfeld, who promised Garl the moon, the sun, and all the glinting stars if he could only answer 3 riddles, to which Garl said, "Pull the other one, it has got bells on." What? Huh? Excuse me? Whatever. You know what? The True and Impossible Adventures of Tenebrax Morrow, Volume 1.
I think we read this one.
I think we read that one too, yeah. These are like the history books that you've... not the history books. These are like storybooks that you... I don't know. If you want to read it, you press pause and then you read. Register of Temple Dead Speakers. A death will often cause or in turn be caused by an imbalance of suffering. On such occasions, a priest must commune with the spirit to see if they can address their imbalance. Please list your trained temple dead speakers below. Dead speakers of the Open Hand Temple. Lashbearer Katrine, left temple. Sister Clarwin, deceased. Father Lorgan, deceased. At the bottom of the page, there's a handwritten annotation. Apply for dead speaker training at earliest opportunity. Can't have none at next temple inspection. Why? Easy Furnitures DIY. Oh no. A practical guide for furniture building. Everyone take notes. The false bottom chest. There you go. Okay, I see. Now this false bottom ain't an illusionary glamour, but a surefire way of stopping your most precious belongings becoming someone else's. It didn't, but okay. Nice try. Prying kids, snooping house guests, or even overzealous city watchmen will all be stumped by this simple trick, but the clowns won't be, so beware. Construct chest. See Building Bits, Volume 2 for more instructions. Cut some wood to the dimension of your chest's internal base. Make sure to match the grain and hue. Nail in some wine corks to the original base. Punch a wee hole in the new bottom. Drop the new bottom into the chest. If you need to move the false bottom, use a long bent nail to lift it out and peruse the goodies as you please. The well-tended garden. A denominational guide to gardening for faithful folk. Whomever you pop your prayers toward, everyone needs healing, and you can't afford a blessing or miracle for every scrap knee. That's where the most holy art of planting shrubs comes in. What to grow? Healing. Rogue's morsel, best grown in the dark and dusk. You can even plant these in cellars. Amazing. Balsam, a spindly flower that takes well to tall and chilly climes. Yellow musk creeper. Now these ones are a tad difficult. They do feed on human corpses, which doesn't fit in with an awful lot of faiths. But think about it, really cuts down on graveyard space. What to grow? Poison, smugwort. The stuff cures any poison when refined right, but it does smell awful powerful. Stink out a whole temple? This will. Okay. Journey through the jungle. The adventures of one Baron von Baron and his goblin guide Jaw as they braved the thick jungles of Jaw. What? Huh?
That was the play. I picked that book up where the djinn teleported me.
Oh, interesting. The sun had just fallen below the horizon when I first heard its call. 1,000 reed pipes at once, whistling a single... We read this. Beautiful, terrible song. Ulu Talong. Yeah, said Jaw. Okay. It's coming. Interesting. Divine Rapture of Ilmata. What's that? The faded text and battered parchment of this Ixinen manuscript date back to 4th century DR. And lo, he walked among us, but for a brief and brilliant moment the crying god wept upon our earth with the tears of a most fortunate faithful. He took the cur of Gehenna, this most defiled creature of murder, and held it in his immutable embrace. In his most perfect knowing, he walked with it into the sea of fallen stars. The cure clawed and screamed and ripped and tore, but he brooked no quarter. And when the sea ran red with the blood of the divine, the wailing and gnashing ceased. The creature was dead. No trace of his commanded faithful remained, save for a humble iron helm, which washed ashore with nary a scratch on sea rust about it. We did it! We made it through. Alright. What is this?
Did you read that last one?
Huh?
The third row, Confessions, Volume 1, Father Logan.
Yeah, right? No. I guess not. The most recent entry in his journal bears particularly heavy quill marks and crossed through revisions. I penned this from the temple cellar, the only place I feel close to the Ilmater's will anymore. I pass my gaze between the crests that hide my sin apparent, and I wonder, who are they to pass any judgment? They bark that those who arrive on our doorstep, bloodied, beaten, fleeing from heretical hordes, are dirty, unwelcome, to be shunned, that it is a crime to house them, to bring them into the city proper. But if my back must be broken so others may step to the light, so be it. The temple cellar, okay. Alright, okay. Alright, where are we going?
Go.
Mother would take all the pain in the universe onto himself if he could. What do you mean all? Hi? Should we talk to this guy?
Yeah.
Brother Donick.
I've said all I have to say already. Now I just want to pack up my kitchen and leave.
Okay.
Huh? Why are you packing up your kitchen?
Soup kitchen's no good if we've no one to feed
Soup
soup
kitchen!
to. Besides, Father Lorgan's gone. Murdered. And now they're blaming a refugee for it.
Huh? Can you think of anyone who'd want to kill Lorgan?
Some folk didn't like how he looked after the refugees.
Well,
But I don't think they'd kill him for it. At least, I hope they wouldn't. That's a scary thought.
So, I want you to save. Or I must save. And I want you to calm yourself and walk through this door.
is it gonna be Anna?
Better. And talk to that thing.
You're wrong about Father
Go on.
Killer.
Enough, Yanis. I don't
Look, investigator. Baldur might have been a criminal.
What the
but
fuck
he's
is
not
that?
a murderer. You're missing something. You have to be.
Enough, Yanis. Listen to yourself. You are defending a man who ritually slaughtered your high priest. The evidence speaks for itself. Brilgor killed Father Lorgan, then, be it out of shame or profane duty, offed himself with the same blade. Case
Oh my
closed,
God.
Sister Yanis.
What are you? Why are you an
Shouting
elephant?
little elephant. Oh, I apologize, stranger. Language like that hardly befits a rector of Ilmater.
What? I didn't even know elephants existed in this universe. What the fuck?
Fake creature.
What the hell? That's amazing. Sounded like you were having quite a disagreement.
You could certainly say that. 2 people just died on temple grounds. Our high priest, Father Lorgan, and one of the new refugees, Brilgor. Investigator Valeria thinks it's a murder and is content to blame Brilgor, the politically convenient target.
If you think the investigator did a shoddy job, I can look into the murder for you.
Feel free to look around the temple. But fair warning, the investigator won't change her mind without significant new evidence.
Can I talk to the elephant again? Any idea what I should be looking for, huh?
The investigator is the elephant.
Yeah,
Valyria
but
never
I
found
want to
the murder
talk
weapon,
to
so
the.
that could be
I
a
want to
start.
talk to the elephant.
Anything disproving the refugee murder suicide angle.
I mean, obviously they're the investigator. They have a little pipe in the head and a monocle and everything. Like, obviously. Can you tell me where to find Shira
I can
Clarwin?
tell you where to find her, but she won't be very chatty, I'm afraid. Shira passed away last year.
Oh, we can
Peacefully,
talk to
you
her
know.
still. Don't worry.
We buried her in the crypt under the temple.
Right.
If you wish to visit.
Where can I find the investigator?
Shiressa's caress would be my best bet. That's her usual haunt after closing a case.
I best get
I
going.
really hope you find something. For all our sakes.
Yay! Of course I'm inspired. I just saw a flying elephant! Who would not be inspired by that? What the hell? What is this? Order of Ilmatari? Ilmatari service. A mass book used by the Broken Gods congregation during regular services. There are a lot of films about self-flogging scattered through the tome. Sorry, why aren't you burning up right now? Aren't we in the church? Oh, there's so many more books. Wait, on the matter of soups? No. Yeah, no, we're good. Unless you find some... What is this?
Infirmary.
Oh, that's
Justice
infirmary.
endures, even in suffering.
Even in suffering. Oh, there, you can talk to Father Lorgan.
I'm just gonna walk up this tower and just see if there's anything.
I'm gonna read some books. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna read some books in the meantime. Encyclopedia Apotheca by Sandre whoever. One particular page corner is this curative tome is more dog-eared than the rest. Arcane paralysis, common sources, suckling on fist tree blossom, deep monastic meditation. What? Curious meanlocks, miscellaneous poisons, Carabazan's gift, cool extract, etc. Incurious meanlocks, curative solutions, healing, abjurations, lesser restorations, etc. Restorative elixirs, general antidotes, remedial potions, etc. Why are we hung? Why are we hung?
Go out the back door. Out where we were. Cast jump thing on yourself and jump up on the roof.
Enhanced jump or
Yes.
I guess.
So you get up where I am. Doesn't matter if you have the other people with you.
Oh, well.
Middle of the rooftop. Go.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god!
Yeah.
The Trasim seems nervous.
No!
Can't quite tell why.
No! Reload right now!
That necklace, by the way. I did a perception check when I went up here and it said, that necklace, that looks familiar. Is that the same as the one Gale has?
Wait, what? Wait, is it his?
How much farther can I go?
Is it Gale's Tressum? No way.
Yeah.
Meow!
You notice the Trasim guards a shiny ring and stack of letters
I
at
mean...
its feet.
What are you doing here, kitty?
Kitty? How vulgar. You can call me... Actually, it's better if you don't call me at all. That'll be all, thank you.
Wow, rude! What the hell? From the look of those letters, one might guess you were responsible for the post house's missing
One
pigeons.
needn't guess. Pigeon meat is my second favorite.
Those letters are important. You shouldn't be eating their messengers.
Importance is relative. A letter may be important to one. A growling belly may be more important to another.
Fair,
But
I
let's
guess.
not get bogged down in semantics. I believe you were just leaving.
No.
weren't you? Ta!
No, 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 no. No. You fell asleep, Sai? Oh no. She's exactly how I imagine a cat to be. Alright, we could bring him. I was like, how can we bring her to him, but yeah. I'm not leaving till you agree to stop hunting these pigeons. Dude, that needs a 15 freaking cat moment. I'm in pain. I'm very miserable, in fact. No!
Use inspiration.
There we go. And no, I will not threaten the cat with eating it.
In service of not having to make any further conversation with you, I concede.
You're so
I'll be on
mean.
my way then. There are a few places in the city I'd like to visit. I might have sussed some interesting items I'd rather like to get my paws upon. If I find anything interesting, I might even be willing to barter. Might. Ta-ra. Away.
She's chubby. Can I?
I'm kinda curious what would happen if we had Gale.
Yeah, right? Me too.
Should we just like we save this obviously, but we just
Yeah.
try to bring Gale?
Sure.
Do you want to go get him, or should I go get him?
Yeah, I can probably get him and then we can sit like talk with her. You need an animal speak to talk to them, right?
Not that one. That one can speak.
Oh, okay. So then I need to find... Can I talk to this one yet? No. Where is Shadowheart, huh? There. 50 Scars play the game the way I do. No! Screw you!
Orin's little display was just intended to rattle us.
Huh?
We mustn't let her succeed. We need to stay alert all the same.
I don't even know who you're talking about. The Sharons are using a place called House of Grief as cover for their presence in Baldur's Gate.
Then that's where we need to go. My parents are in there somewhere.
Alright, except I need to talk to a cat
Good.
first.
I was just starting to miss the sound of your voice.
We should journey
If you're sure.
separately. Yes, I'm
Fine.
sure.
I'll be here whenever you rediscover your taste.
My taste in company. I'm sorry, but I need to talk to a cat. It's very important. Where in the world? Oh, there he is. He's gonna be like, no, I don't want to come with you,
Orin toys
idiot.
with us where she could destroy us. Whatever her motivations, I hope she reveals them quickly.
Continue.
Alas, no. The charm Elminster granted me requires my death.
What?
Myself invulnerable, immortal still.
I don't.
I see no harm in
We
learning
had
what
this
we
whole
can about this
conversation.
knight's song.
Go away.
And
Yes.
if we manage to find it,
Go away.
the
Join
harp
me.
with pleasure. Lead on.
Love Gale and Karlach in the same group. They're the complete opposite, but the same. Yeah. I feel like sometimes you can have really funny interactions. Gale, why do you have a quest? What is up with you, dude?
I'll speak to him, so you don't have to deal with all of that.
I'm sure you're perfectly delightful.
I guess no. Yeah,
He
okay.
hates you. Should I talk to him and
Yeah.
see what he has to say?
Just-
I was supposed to sacrifice myself to stop the Absolute. Yeah, I don't think I could have gone through with it in truth.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
I'm glad that I didn't, given what has come to light.
We had.
We had that conversation.
Why does it say give him a chance? What am I giving him a chance for?
Just that's what I chose.
Indeed. Under other the Elder Break, Nether, Moat. I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ill. That, as luck would have it.
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
soon
yeah,
find ourselves
yeah,
near
yeah,
one of the
yeah,
finest
yeah.
book collections this side of Candlekeep. Sorcerous Sundries. Ha! You'll have to.
Why are you even talking to me, Gale? Shut up. Talk to your cat, idiot.
Mr. Dakarios, heavens! Fancy seeing you here.
Mr. Dakari.
Tara! That can't be you, can it?
I suppose you won't be terribly shocked to find your old friend Tara amongst the pigeons. They've always been a personal favorite.
My, is that a ring? For us? Ugh, you shouldn't have. Enjoy yourself now, Tara. Looks like you've got yourself set up quite nicely here.
What's your Tresem doing here, Gale?
She isn't my Tresim. She's my friend. And from the looks of things, it appears she's eating pigeons.
Can you ask her to stop eating pigeons?
Oh, right. Did you hear that, Tara? Stop it?
Well, these must be important birds indeed, Mr. Dakarios. Forgive me for feasting on their bodies and bones so very
That's right, you
voraciously.
stupid cat.
Oh,
Get
she's
put in
agreed.
your place.
Just about.
Alright. Yoink. Mine now.
Now, what does he say? Does he have any?
Tara remains as willful as ever. I'm glad you finally made her acquaintance. Given the length of my time away, I feared she might have given up on me.
So,
Should know better. Never do such a thing.
so this is the cat he was like on, like he was so interested in, right? I don't
Yeah.
see it. Like, I don't see it. She's a bitch. What? Why is this so overly romantic? Why is this like overly romantic, huh? I can see why you love her. She's quite the character,
Tara.
which doesn't have to.
Loyal, intelligent, brave, and apparently unwilling to follow even the most basic of instructions when her own safety is at stake.
I
Have
guess.
her any other way. I'd actually been thinking about introducing the two of you anyway. Over a sumptuous home-cooked meal, if that sounds at all to your taste. My tower in Waterdeep
I
boasts
don't
an
want to
excellent
romance
kitchen
you,
and a wine
Gale.
cellar to rival Ondar himself. Not to mention a larder stocked with my homemade Hundor sauce.
Oh my god, what the fuck? Hunter sauce.
Waterdavian delicacy, spiced to leave exactly the right amount of heat lingering on the tongue. And
What was Czar? Can you stop interrupting our
whipper-thin.
talk about sauce?
I make it to my mother's recipe. Packs quite a wallop. As does she. Now that we've got something to look forward to, I think it's time we went and saved the world. Don't you?
Steve. Alright, we're good. Sorry, Gail, but
Send him back to
yeah,
camp.
you have to go. You were just used by me. I'm sorry. The absolute. Wait, why is Withers? Why are you standing on the balcony like an old man? What the heck?
Because
Go ahead.
he's an old
I'm
man.
listening.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
I question the wisdom of that decision, but
Yeah,
so be it.
whatever. Come on.
I'll be here in the meantime.
Aren't you a sight for sore eyes?
Yeah.
All
Everyone
right,
is so
some company.
horny here. I'm taking the food. He can go to the ditches in the meantime. Yeah. Yeah, that. Alright, where is that? Is this the ring? Blink? Is that it? Yeah. that-
Yes, and a bundle of letters, postmaster shipment inquiry.
Oh god. Postmaster shipment inquiry. For the special and direct attention of Roa Moonglow only. Well, too bad. Look, Roa, you city send have always been consummate professionals to me, so I don't understand why the walk-in's rest cell is so useless. I was supposed to receive several items from them a few days ago, but have heard absolutely nothing. Could you put out some feelers? Zars doesn't answer my correspondence anymore. Danzo. Letter about taxes. A concerned citizen tries to clarify his economic situation so that they are taxed accordingly. It's a nightmare of epic proportion that would make an accountant cry. No. That is literally the realest thing I've read in this whole game. That is so real. Anonymous letter. A lengthy letter from a Baldurian patriarch to an unknown correspondent. It describes in no uncertain terms how both parties could profit from a war. Yeah, that's how it goes. What is Blink?
A nice spell.
Oh my god. The freaking description. Fashioned by the wizard Bigby in honor of his faithful hound Big Boy, who could use teleportation to fetch, snare errant cats, and generally harass postmen. Freaking Bigby and Big Boy. Holy shit.
Bigby's hand is such a good spell though. I went down from the roof just saying, and I'm underneath
You
that
abandoned
room with
me.
the person who's dead that I can talk to.
Maybe I can give it to Shadowheart?
Shadow cloaked ring could probably just be replaced.
I guess. I mean, the other one is movement speed, but I guess movement speed is pretty good.
Yeah, good.
Blink time, never mind. Blink time! Why is there blood everywhere? What was this cat?
I jumped down.
Huh?
I jumped down.
Oh, that's yours? You jumped down from the tower or whatever, huh? No. Like on the roof, there's blood.
Yes, that's Karlak's blood. She
Oh.
jumped down from the tower.
Okay, fair. Why does that put me at minus 5 HP? I freaking doubt it, dude. Stop making me prone. Whatever. Is Shadowheart, are you on the way or? I guess
think you need
not.
to move her.
What's next?
Are you stunned by my beauty, Shadowheart?
Let's try this way.
I think she took one look at my face and was shocked, stunned, and fair.
Right.
Looking ahead. Swift as my feet can carry us.
I made it! The clown thing. Dude,
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
What were you doing when you died?
Hiding Brilgor from fists.
Why were you hiding Braille
Must
for?
protect innocence. Ilmater's will.
Where did you hide him?
Took into the tunnel with the rest. Oh, fool.
Where were you attacked?
Tunnels from the cellar. Refuge.
Who killed you?
Dwarf. Dressed in red.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Time for a cellar trip then, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Seems simple enough.
Sai, going to end you.
Buggy the Clown! What is this? A selection of rites for the dead and dying adorn this manuscript. Let the light of perpetual toleration guide your servants wretched form to peace. In bloodied mercy, hear my prayer. Our most ardent petitions bring the soul afore your tear-scorched eyes. Lord, blink and let it pass into reverie. The poison drained, the sickness crowned. As I deliver this body from that which ailed it, I render its soul unto your care. There's so many more books in that one room, but I'm unwilling.
Yeah.
I'm unwilling.
Yeah, understandable. After you.
Is that blood? I mean, well, this is fine. What the hell?
Knock, knock. Oh well.
Huh? Oh, that looks like a secret church.
That looks like a secret ball. Wouldn't be a button there, would there?
Sheet music! Please relax. An elegiac fugue in the key of D minor, entitled Ode to the Oppressed. Plea of rest. A hastily scrawled and slightly damp plea of rest, requesting to be freed of Ilmater's service for the duration of a 10-day, as the writer mourns Father Lorgan. Rites of the passing. Hold up, I will be there in a second. A book of military death rites. This page on the turning is particularly dog-eared. There will come many a time, worshipful tormented, that you will have to comfort the faithless, unfortunate as they pass from this life to the next. Or perhaps even more distastefully, you may be faced with the dying acolyte of a wretched god, keen to shirk the blasted afterlife awaiting them. The Lord on the rack grants us a great many powers, but altering the moral velocity of a soul is one we cannot shift left on the deathbed. If one has lived a life of sin, their soul is bound for a sinful place, no matter their final protestations. However, it would do much more harm than good to tell them this. Ilmater does not forbid the speaking of untruth, no matter how polite society deems the act. If it would spare the dying wretch some suffering as they pass, tell them that the weeping God awaits them with his balming embrace. Make them believe, whatever torment their soul bears in the realms beyond, it remembers not their body, so spare them at least this final passing moment from hardship. On the wary, don't we have that? Did we read that? A collection of Father Logan's writings on despondency. Perhaps the hardest suffering to ale is that which dulls, but does not pang. Weariness sits deep within one's soul, but it casts its miring net across the surface, dampening all errant thoughts and feelings in its wake. Malaise of this sort can rot the heart if left to fester, but must be extricated carefully. Above all else, the weary soul knows itself better than you can. Do not condescend, do not assume, do not impose. Simply avail yourself as a tool to the weary. Let them know you can be used however they might need. Excuse me? Hello?
Watch how you go. There's a trap.